Given that it's the biggest change in Doctor Who lore since possibly even the reveal of the Time Lords back in 1969, the Timeless Child arc has been an air of uncertainty among Doctor Who fans. Where do we expect the storyline to go after Chibnall's exit with the 13th Doctor? As the Timeless Child arc reaches its potential climax this autumn, we look at the past to see what the future holds for the Doctor's forgotten lives. Hey everyone, my name's Jack and welcome to TARDIS Central. Today's video will be about what to expect in Russell T Davies' second go at showrunning Doctor Who, and if we can expect even more content on the Timeless Child, or less, a complete overhaul of the storyline. Like always, if you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at TARDIS Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. As always, please know your thoughts in the comment section below, because if you're talking about Doctor Who, then we want to hear about it. Looking back to the start of Revival when Russell T Davies under a new production team brought back the show in 2005, we have seen different styles and tastes from the following successors. But with a change of showrunner, there comes a change of storytelling, and that can result a slight change of plans and can also result in the show's own lore and canon being rewritten or rather retconned in some instances. When the show returned to our screens in 2005, Doctor Who was provided with an arc of destroyed Gallifrey. But following the passing of showrunner duties to Stephen Moffat, the arc was rewritten in the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor. Once Moffat was succeeded by Chris Chibnall, the Timeless Child arc was teased in the second episode of his first series of Jodie. So, can we expect a similar treatment for the Timeless Child? Whilst controversial, the story arc takes on similarities from the previous arc explored during the classic series' last few years. The Cardinal Master Plan also explored a secret past of the Doctor's life, whilst expressing the question, who is the Doctor? Though the show would be cancelled in 1989, the story arc would continue through a range of books, coming to fruition in the infamous book, Long Barrow. However, the Timeless Child reveals that the whole of the Time Lord Society was built from the very beginning of the Doctor's original personality. Whether we get to see more of the Doctor's hidden past in the final special this autumn or not, it's still going to be a huge part of the lore of the show for the rest of time. It is unlikely it'll be rewritten, but at very least ignored. As Chris Chibnall has expressed in a recent interview, he expects Russell T Davies to ignore in his second run of the show. However, in 2021, Ross stated that he supports the arc, and whether he builds on it is yet to be seen. But for those that are saying the Doctor's lost the mystery of their character, there has in fact been a new depth introduced into who the Doctor really is. For all we know, the Timeless Child may not even be from our universe. We have no idea where the Doctor is really from, or just who they were before they were part of a newly founded Time Lord Society. But with the Timeless Child, there is also the Division, the secret organisation run by the Time Lords, alongside numerous species and not offered by Tecton, the Doctor's adoptive mother. Whilst the show may possibly not touch on the Timeless Child, there is a threat of the Division, having manipulated the Flux event to erase the universe in Series 13. If the Timeless Child were to be touched on again, it is highly unlikely we'd expect a revisit from Tecton in some capacity, who has definitely been built up as a significant character to the 13th Doctor. While Russell T Davies may or may not touch upon the arc, it is clear that Russell respects and supports the Timeless Child, and will not be retconning it during his run in 2023, currently. With the storyline being such a huge addition to the lore of the show, it's highly likely to expect it to be expanded upon in future media, such as Big Finish's audio dramas, which are a staple to the whole community. With each previous showrunner of Doctor Who since the revival adding their own story arc to the overall era, such as Russell T Davies having the focal point of the Time War, Chibnall is no different from the Timeless Child arc. Stephen Moffat also ran the Silence or Full arc for the majority of the 11th Doctor's era, while the 12th Doctor also sharing the series-based arcs such as Missy and the Heaven in Series 8. Hybrid series in Series 9 and the Vault in Series 10. Each era of Doctor Who has added its own string of continuity, and while some may be controversial and others may be more likeable, Chibnall has added his own beat to the franchise, and has introduced an arc that will affect Doctor Who more than any previous arc in the 2005 revival. Being such a dramatic addition to Doctor Who lore, it will be hard to ignore, and even though it could have just been a threat of being retconned, just as Gallifrey being destroyed in the Time War was in 2013, it opens a major opportunity for the show to expand its lore, its universe, and the stories that it could be told. It would be a massive mistake for the show to simply overwrite it for the sake of being disliked by half the fandom, when there are plenty of pros as well as cons to come from the storyline. With some sources hinting that Jo Martin could be returning for the final of the 13th Doctor's tenure, such as IMDb linking on the cast list, it does feel like certain questions may be answered to conclude her story arc in a satisfying way. Hopefully this will mean that the story won't feel too messy, similar to how the 11th Doctor's arc was compacted into the time of the Doctor in 2013. But given that characters such as Kate Stewart, Ace, Tegan Javanka, and Graham O'Brien are returned to the Sanitary Special alongside the Cybermen, Daleks, and the Master, will potentially other monsters and even other incarnations of the Doctor, the episode may suffer from too much of this in too little time. Even if the special is only an hour long, it won't feel like there's enough time to conclude the story arc, build up regeneration, and serve all these plot threads and defeat all those villains, while also satisfying the general audience and fans alike. With the hope that the special will conclude the ending of the Flux, with the Doctor finally opening a fob watch of her past lives, I feel like there'll be too much and could leave production in a messy place for the next era of Russell T Davies' return. Whilst we wait for the Centenary special, we also have the fantastic news that Jo Martin will be returning to Doctor Who in her own audio series at Big Finish Productions. Announced on the 23rd of April, this proves the story arc will be heavily respected and explored in the expanded media, as alongside the new audio drama, the fugitive Doctor will also have her own comic book series with Titan Comics. The fact that Big Finish, a highly respected company by the Doctor Who fandom, will expand on Jo Martin's tenure as the fugitive Doctor also means there could potentially be new incarnations in the future, where different actors will be given a chance to expand the range of adventures in a secret incarnation. This also means that the new actors may be given a role as the famous Time Lords can be set before Jo Martin, and potentially after, as long as Jo isn't confirmed as the last Timeless Child incarnation before the Doctor's lifespan is reset and regenerates into a young William Hartnell. However, while previous actors were given a chance to play alternate versions of the Doctor in the unbound range of audio dramas Big Finish, it appears that BBC no longer allow Big Finish's license to keep creating new Doctors, which has been proven with the higher range was discontinued until rather recently, where Colin Baker reprises 6th Doctor role. Although Big Finish haven't created any new incarnations recently, David Warner's alternate 3rd Doctor has been a staple of other ranges, such as Bernice Summerfield. But we can hopefully expect Big Finish's license to be renewed with the opportunity to reveal new incarnations of the Doctor, even if it's not anytime soon. It'll always be a possibility for the future of the franchise. Along with that, a TV spin-off is always possible, but it could always be too competitive as an option alongside the actual main series. It may be difficult for a barrier to be set between the two shows. Big Finish aside, original incarnations of the Doctor can always be explored through a range of novels in a similar fashion to the 8th Doctor in the early 2000s, or even through a run of comic books. I believe it is safe to say that the future of a Timeless Child arc from the Jodie Whittaker era will always have a place in Doctor Who lore. With the return of Jo Martin in the expanded media, and Ross T Davies planning on keeping the arc, it's likely that the Timeless Child will be integral to the future of the show. So what do you think? Do you expect the Timeless Child to be retconned, or expanded, or just left as it is? Let us know what you think in the video comments below. If you want to keep up to date on the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at TARDIS Central. You can also follow us on social media or join our community Discord server. For now, I've been Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.